SME's view. Remember, at the topic of today, we're going to discuss about maternal health. That is the health of a mother during pregnancy, at birth, and postnatal period. We have a specialist here with us. He's going to introduce himself and he's going to tell us more about maternal health. If you have any query about maternal health, keep the SMS coming at 21144 and all the comments to all our social media platform at GBACV Africa. Welcome.
Thank you very much. My name is Wycliffe Otieno Abonyo. I work for Maristops Kenya, based in Isili Nursing Home. I'm a service provider maternity, and I'm here today to just share with us how we should be walking in our journey of maternity throughout the period of baby conception until delivery and post-delivery. Yeah.
Okay, so yesterday you had discussed so much more about maternal health, and today we wanted to know about the vaccination. Are they important, and how are they important to our kids when a mother gets a child?
Yeah, vaccinations are very important. When a mother is the first one that we get given at 0 days, that is called the BCG and the oral polio. All vaccines are given to prevent. Prevention is better than cure. So these vaccines are given to prevent diseases. When our children are vaccinated, the chances of getting contracted with these conditions or diseases are very low compared to these babies or kids that are not vaccinated. Like for example in COVID, that's the reason why we were told or mobilized for people to be vaccinated, just to prevent, or even if you have it, prevent the effects of this condition on yourself. So when you are vaccinated, you're better off than somebody who's not vaccinated. The same to children. Those who are vaccinated, even if they contract these conditions, but their effects will be less than compared to the ones that are not vaccinated. So vaccination is very important. Yes.
Na lazima zidungo within the 6 months, 3 months I mean.
Yeah, the range,
they are scheduled. The WHO has really scheduled, it's called KEPI. They really scheduled this vaccination, the periods and at what age or what how many weeks. Start from 0, go to 6, then you go to 10, then 14, and then thereafter after you've done with the injectables, there are other things like you're giving vitamins, the weight, very important. Just the growth. Let me say the growth. There's a graph for growth. Able to see during maybe say at 1 year, we expect this baby to behave in such a way. The milestone. You need to know at this age, this baby should be behaving in this way. But then if the baby is not, let me say, we expect this baby to start crawling. Maybe at this given time, he or she is not crawling yet. We have to know. We have to find out what is wrong. That's why it's very important to attend these clinics. Yes.
And why is it these injections to some children, they are very harsh to them? To an extent, they just cry, they don't sleep.
Effects, and also some effects,
Yeah, all the injections, even the ones that are given like for adults, all the vaccines that are a little bit not comfortable, they're painful. That's why you're given some pain management to go home. After vaccination, the lister will tell you to go and give the baby PCM or Calpol, just to relieve. Some of them come with fevers, relieve the fever and the pain.
Is
So
it advisable, sorry to cut you short, because wengine wanasema if you
kupewa.
vaccinate a child and then you give him or her the painkiller, itafia na hiyo nini vaccine.
No,
So
Ama unafaa kumpea after some hours.
Kama vaccine imefanya kazi.
Actually, there's no interaction between that. What you want to relieve here is pain, and you also want to relieve the fevers. Help the baby not to have fever and pain. Yeah, because the fevers and pain, they come as side effects of injecting this drug. So you're only administering this Calpol, this PCM, to relieve the effects of the one that the vaccine that was administered. Yeah, so it does not have any interaction.
And for some kids, it has some swells. It swells. When you touch it, you feel it has a bump inside. What
BCG
happens?
or
The BCG.
The BCG.
Yeah.
When the BCG, you are told because during injection, the provider must ensure that when the decrease of injecting this BCG is also very important. And you must ensure that you see something like a wheel, a zero swelling during that injection. That you'll have to know that you really administered this BCG correctly, how it should be. Yeah. When you are doing the injection, you must see there is some swelling on the top of the skin. For example, here, you inject in this degree, and then you see there is a wheel. You know you've administered it well. You also not to apply anything on this wound. Yeah. Don't apply anything. Don't rub. Don't do anything. The wound heals by itself. Yes.
And for those who don't have that mark,
at times you're told if you don't see this mark before at this time, you just come back to the facility. The social research provider will be able to advise and able to tell you on what to do. Yes.
Okay, now I'll go to hospital. I've gotten a child. I want to say maybe for a while before I get the second one, should I use family planning? And which one maybe you should recommend maybe in case? And which one is the safest for family planning?
That's a good question. Yes, it's important to plan. One, you want to give this baby a space to breastfeed and get bond with him, get this care of the mother till given time. So in our facility at 6 weeks, we already want to deliver. We had cancelled you way back in NC, as I said yesterday. Way back in NC, we just sit with you. We plan all this. Yes, after delivery, which kind of method would you want to use? When you're using a long term, short term, we write it there. So when you come, we just give you. So it's important to give space for this child, that this child will be able to, if you have, let me say, so many children that are not well spaced, they have malnutrition will set in different conditions, their attention will not be the same compared to when you really space them nicely. Yeah, so it's important to space them, it's important to give them time to grow, give them time to mature before you get another pregnancy. Yes.
Is there a certain age which you can advise a woman who wants to give birth? Ni vizuri uzae within this time and this time. Does it have any effect?
Age?
Kuna watu wanasema ukiwa young, like this, after 35 and all this happens.
The right age of giving birth.
Once the age of reproductive health, when you are reproductive active, when we say sexual reproductive health, start from the age of 13. So a 13-year-old can get pregnant. Yes. But it's very important, maybe, let me say, you just plan yourself. Now, it just, sometimes you can get pregnancy that you didn't plan for at 13 years. But I'm good to be a mother. Don't say this unless a mother. You are a mother, but now a child.
Even now, they are maturing even at 9.
Yeah. So, me, I would advise that you just plan when to have the child. Yeah, because now when you're having intimate without protection, you're having only two things. There's pleasure and then pregnancy can come. So there are methods that you can use to barrier method that used not to get to this stage. When you're still not ready, please just have a barrier method, family planning. Yeah, you can use trust condoms. Yes, so that this will also give you a good time to plan when you want to get the child.
Okay, I remember something. Sorry, ni kama nakurudisha nyuma. When I was in hospital, when I was getting my second child, there is a woman alikuwa anasema like sijui ni uterus imerupture, sijui mtoto anaogelea ndani ya blood. So I didn't understood what she meant, but alikuwa
uterine rupture. So we need to talk about it.
And it was emergency for her.
Emergency for her. That would mean that maybe she had what we call hyper stimulation of the uterus. It can be she had a CS before. Or uterus was hyper. No, like for the one for CS, you had a cesarean section before. We normally don't encourage VBATH because of such cases. Because now the uterus already had some scar. Especially if you've really, let me say you had CS last year, and then maybe in 2 years or 1 year you want to deliver again. Yeah, it's just important to go for another CS, because now there are those contractions, those pains, they bring contraction on the well, let me say on the uterus. The uterus is contracting and relaxing. So during this process of contraction, that line that was cut, that's called the essence. It leaves, it gapes. Yeah, that's what's called rupture. It gapes, and now it can burst all of it. It ruptures the whole space. It the ends. That would mean the baby is in the uterus. Once there's this space that was cut, and then it opens up, the baby will come out. Then you'll bleed profusely. You'll be what called internal bleeding. That's why it's discouraged to try a rebirth, especially when you just have your Caesar in maybe less than 2 years. Yeah, because those are risks anyway. But not all women got that. But that's a very big risk. There's no need of risking your life and the one for the baby on something that we can easily prevent just by booking you for a C-section. Have the CS done, baby is out. One thing that discourages, if you have a uterine rupture, that would mean the whole uterus will be out. So that is the end of you getting another child. So if you had one, and maybe and also the chances of this baby surviving because it's out. It's also very low. Yeah, so just advisable that we ensure that we start this clinic. So we be advised. In our facility, we book you in good time. You don't want to wait until you get into labor because of the risks. We will share with you the risks that are there of trying the VBAT. Yeah. But some people would also want to insist and try. Yeah, we counsel you if you want to insist and try, we give you time. But now it will reach some space that now we have to act. You cannot see your rupture and lose your uterus and your baby, and we are just there watching. We'll have to counsel you. We have to make sure that you really understand these risks, so that when you're making your decision, you make a conscious decision. Yes.
Earlier on, you have spoke about the stress that women get when depression when they get baby when they give birth. So there are some people who say when you get through virgin delivery, it's easy for you to overcome it than C-section, because the C-section will take longer time to get healed. Is it true?
Let me say, not also all the women that deliver get to depression. Yeah, if there is no underlying psychiatric condition that may facilitate or may get you to this situation, I think not people just deliver and they don't get into this. Stressful situations, things that aggravate the stress during the delivery, during this walk. The torture you go through can actually make you go into this depression. Or after birth, maybe the baby will be crying now and then. If you are disturbed, maybe you don't have enough food to feed yourself. You don't have that's the economic social around yourself. Yeah. Do you get proper meals? Do you get proper management at home? The people surrounding you, are they showing you love? Such small things can make some others to go into depression. Yeah. Either through CS or normal delivery. Depression, it comes. Postpartum depression comes whether you had a CS or normal delivery, but also not very common anyway. Yeah. So the duration of you getting relieved from this depression, just same as the normal delivery, both CS and normal delivery, because you need to have the people get some meds. You're given meds, you're put on some counseling, and then just showed some love. Yeah, just rehabilitation, and then your recovery also depends with patients. Yeah, how severe it was. Yeah, so it does not depend on whether you had your CS or your normal delivery. You can get a mother who had normal delivery have a very bad depression, but now it depends how it is being managed. So it depends the people surrounding you. Yeah, when did this start? This stressful situation, did it start from the time you got this baby? Yeah, the time you conceived. So it also depends. Some maybe will get to this station or to this situation maybe because of the kind of management she was given in a facility where she was delivering. This mother was tortured, she was neglected. Even this mother has lost the baby during delivery, you know, such kind of negligences. Yeah. So as far as providers, we normally try that respectful maternity care is given to this mother, where this mother is really cared for with dignity, so that even at this worst situation where the mother is irritated, you still encourage her, you just push, still encourage her to continue. You're just almost, you know, such kind of words really encourages mother to be motivated to continue this journey. It's hard, yes, but somebody's there to motivate you, to encourage you to proceed with this journey. You're just finishing.
Telling you will make it.
Yeah, you will make it. You're almost there.
It's okay.
You're doing well. Such kind of words. But now,
Thank you.
I'm not there. You know, some abusive words. You start.
Are you the first one? When do you
Yeah,
kwanza
are you the
kupata
first
mimba?
one? No. These mothers don't deserve this. They deserve good treatment. They deserve somebody who is just there to talk with them. Maybe at home they don't get this, but when you go to facility, you know, you trust us with your life. Yeah, so we'll be able to just ensure that whatever we provide you, how we treat you, is different at least, so that you be encouraged. Yeah, but now when you are frustrated during delivery, it's not normally very good.
I've seen so many women,
Yes.
after delivery, they have issues with backache.
Yes, but
Backache.
yeah.
What could be the problem?
Normally, after delivery, we encourage patients to do what we call ambulation. You just do some exercise. You know, maybe the bones around that area or the tendons, they will get tired. But you given meds and also given encouraged to do some exercise. Just ambulate, just walk around. Yeah, so that you don't just remain so lying. Yeah.
So it means we are not doing enough exercise.
It is important to exercise.
Tunalala sana.
Lala sana si poa. No, when if you have CS, that is why late when the mother is once you the first day, sometimes the mothers are after 6 hours you're told now you need to take some
walk.
zip, you need to start walking.
Okay.
It also helps you in healing process. It's fastest this. Yeah.
You know, when you come home, unaambiwa lala hapo, flask ya chai hapo, ya uji, ya nini. Wewe ni kukunywa na kunyonyesha.
Usitoke.
Na kunyesha na kulala.
Na kulala.
It's important to do some exercise. Yeah, this also help you know, body generally is, you know, our body is created generally in a very funny way. Yeah, it gives you how you treat it. Yeah, but when you're just sleeping, it's not normally very encouraged to just sleep. Ambulation is very important. Just walk around, move from this place to that place. Yeah, that's what it also helps you to during this healing process. Yeah, helps you to heal properly.
Now, I'm here together with the baby.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to take extra meals?
Extra meals. Yeah, it's very important. In fact, during pregnancy, you also encourage to take extra meals. If you are doing 3, please add 1. Add some snacks in between, 1 or 2.
For the baby.
In between. Yeah, even at after delivery, you also need to do some more fluids. More fluids. Do milk, do porridge, do thick tea, so that there's something that brings this.
Wengine tunasema hii uji inapanua tumbo.
Inaleta koti.
Those are things that people talk about in the village, but now
In the village.
yeah, take fluids. Take fluids and ensure that there is enough fluids for you. This also help you for the milk leg down. You have enough milk for this baby. It's important to introduce 1 or 2 extra meal in between. Do not starve because when you are breastfeeding. 2 or 3 hourly. Yeah, if you don't starve, there'll be no milk. You need to have milk. Yeah.
What?
Okay. Another thing,
Yes.
after delivery,
Yes.
we have this, should I call it bleeding or what?
Bleeding.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
usually come out.
After delivery.
Yeah.
Why should it come out? And is it necessary?
Yeah, after delivery normally it's a natural process that a mother has to bleed, but not much. So there are categories of bleeding. There's some bleeding that may end up being an emergency. That's what we call PPH, postpartum hemorrhage. So during this time, when you bleed too much, you will want to know what's the problem. One, there can be some products of conception that remained inside your uterus or your womb. So these things can still cause you to bleed. Number two will be your uterus is not contracting. And if uterus is not contracting, it will still leave blood to come out. Or there's some tears. Yeah, maybe during the delivery there are some tears, you know, that need to be switched, and tears need to be repaired. So before you leave this table of delivery, the service provider, whoever is attending to you, must ensure, number one, your uterus is well contracted. Number two, there are no tears. If there are tears, they are repaired properly. Number three, this patient must ensure that immediately after delivery you give what we call teratonics. These drugs will also help the uterus to contract. Yeah, like you injected one here. If you have, let me say you have risk of having this what we call PPH, you just take precaution in good time. Yes, you're giving what we call prophylaxis medications. Yes, so that we don't end up losing this. We are getting to worse situations when we already had a good history. This mother had a PPH in 3 or 2 pregnancies that are the earlier pregnancies. So we need to take precautions. That what are we going to do differently to prevent the blood loss? You know, when you bleed, this will mean maybe you bleed. Some people can bleed even to death. PPH can cause death.
Yeah.
Yeah, because now when you bleed, there's no oxygen circulation enough.
Sure.
Yeah, so you start having distress. Yeah. So when you have distress, you can pass out. Yeah, so it's very important for the service providers to ensure that this mother does not bleed excessive bleeding to a degree. But it's important too. The normal bleeding normally comes every up to around 6 weeks. Yeah, it's called local loss now. Yeah, there's this bleeding that is normal, where maybe day 2 use 2-3 pads. Yeah. We also have to, you need to be checking. Mommy, how many parts have you used? Then we tell you, have used 3. Are they fully soaked? Yeah. Then we also, at times, we want to know, before you exchange this part, kindly let us see how the pad is, if it is soaked or not. So we'll be able to quantify the amount of blood that you are losing. Then we're able to, after that, we're able to know, is this mother developing what we call PPH, or is this normal blood loss? Yeah. So we'll be able to help you based on our assessments.
Okay, viewers, we are going for a short commercial break. We'll be right back. Keep the SMS coming at 21144 and all the comment to all our social media platform at GBS TV Africa. Stay tuned.